the state of California is now claiming that Nestle has been illegally bottling water. Well, now, Nestle, which is a Swiss company, has been bottling water in California for a very long time, claiming they own the rights to this. And they bottle it as Arrowhead Mountain spring water. And there's an article I found here in BuzzFeed talking about, I've seen this reported several different places. It was written by Jim Dalrymple II. It came out December 22nd. Nestle's claim to the water in the mountains of Southern California dates back to 1865, when a man built a health spa in the area. Those rights were transferred to different organizations for decades until they ultimately fell into the hands of the bottled water company. Nestle has defended its use of the water, pointing to a number of rulings and agreements over decades that says it gave it the rights to continue collecting water, including a case in 1931. But what's been happening since 2015, because of the drought has been so severe in California. Last winter we had a fair amount of rain, but we already have had a lot of drought. We've had a bunch of wildfires this late summer and fall in Northern and Southern California that have been very bad. There's still fires in Southern California. So the amount of water being pulled out of this, we can't have it, right? So a bunch of activists in 2015 filed a lawsuit against the United States Forest Service, arguing the agency had allowed Nestle to illegally take water out of the mountains. An investigation by the Desert Sun newspaper also revealed that the company's permit to transport water across the national forest had expired nearly 3 decades ago. The state's water board's report cites the Desert Sun's investigation, social media posts, and several online petitions as the impetus behind the 20-month investigation that began in 2015. Amanda Fry of Redlands, California, was among the activists to first raise concerns about Nestle's bottling operation. Fry said she unearthed 150-year-old documents first laying out the water rights, and said that her research indicated Nestle only had rights to water at the base of the mountain, even though the company was drawing from higher elevations. Oh, look at that. A corporation just doing something illegal. Fry said that during her visits to a spring where Nestle was taking water, she heard water gushing down the pipes while the creek bed itself was nearly dry. You have a dry creek bed and it's just barely running, Fry said. The State Water Resources Control Board found that Nestle appears to have rights to 26 acre-feet, or about 8.5 million gallons of water per year, a fraction of the 62.6 million gallons of water Nestle has taken each year for decades. Anybody get evacuated or lose their home or know somebody who lost their home in these wildfires in California because of the drought? Well, Nestle helped create some of that. Nestle says it collected 28 million gallons in 2014 and 36 million gallons in 2015, both figures that are many times larger than the allowable 8.5 million gallons. Regulators gave Nestle a month to explain the unauthorized diversions. Oh, God, they got a month to come up with some lies. What are they going to say, terrorism or Russia did it? Maybe it's the Burn Bros took the water. I think it was probably Jill Stein. Her and Putin were up there just drinking all that water. That's what they do. And a bunch of millennial Burn Bros were taking that water to make avocado toast, and that's why Hillary lost. Oh, boy. The regulators said that the company will have to provide plans detailing how it will comply with the California law. And Nestle will have to limit the water it takes unless it has evidence of valid water rights to water within the permitting authority of the State Water Board, and or evidence documenting the extent of additional water claim to be percolating groundwater. Oh, get ready. Get ready for some, some guy's gonna find a piece of paper saying, oh, actually Nestle's always had the rights. Nestle spokesperson Alex Dunn said the company will fully comply with California law and is pleased officials confirmed it had the right to make some authorized diversions. Oh, Jesus. Dunn said Nestle will provide officials the necessary documents, including information requested from over a century ago. Man, this ought to be got. They have a month to cook up fake documents. So the woman from the Fry from the environmental organization said the 2015 lawsuit is still ongoing, and she called this a small victory. Eileen Anderson, a scientist for the Center for Biological Diversity, also praised the regulators' findings, saying the report is an important first step in making sure that our public lands aren't sucked dry for private profit. Man. It is egregious that Nestle was diverting water off our public lands under a 29-year-old expired Forest Service permit as it was, Anderson told BuzzFeed News in an email. Now, under expert scrutiny from the State Water Board, Nestle claims water rights have fallen way short what they've been taking. Oh, boy. Look, man, I say vote with your dollars a lot on this show, and I know just for me sometimes it's hard. I'll go be a guest on the podcast or at this comedy club or whatever, and here's a bottled water, and you just drink it, and then it's like Nestle. It's like, oh, God. So I try not to buy it. I try not to support it as best I can. And the Arrowhead, it's really hard. What I wish everybody would put in, what I would like to do, is put in a big water filtration system, and then everybody gets like a cup or stuff like that, uses reusable. I have my bicycle water bottles, and I just try to reuse those as often as I can. And I think it's something, in all honesty, I need to be more strict with myself about, because this infuriates me. This is so infuriating. Seeing the direct effects of these. I have a filter on my home faucet, and that's what I refill and use my water. I have a case of bottled water in my car, which you should. If you live in California, you should have earthquake supplies. Usually, as a Red Cross disaster volunteer, you should have disaster supplies in your trunk, for sure. God, this makes me mad. But I'm going to just try to be a little better at it. I don't buy bottled water, but it's given to me at places, and I've had to buy it for the TV show I'm directing, because you have just waters and sodas and stuff for people backstage. I want to just make sure I'm not buying Nestle. Oh, God. Oh, good. But I'm glad this is happening. I'm glad that they're holding them accountable, and I hope that they don't buy their way out of this like a lot of big corporations do. Thank you for supporting the show, you guys. And thank you for supporting independent news and not supporting the corporate media propaganda machine. My name is Graham Elwood. You have been watching The Political Vigilante, and together we're going to make Gotham great.